Head still, straight back, inside out, supinate, freeze the face. And then after you've hit the ball and you know that you've got a good hit and the face is straight, then we're going to release the foot. You with me? All right, here we go. You lifted the foot early again, right? Did you? Let me see. Yep. And see, if you lift the foot early, this is what happens. You don't secure the contact. It's like the this was crazy. It's like the base of a crane moving before you pick something up. Watch this a second. Let me just do a demonstration real quick. Watch this. So what's kind of interesting is it's actually I was at the what was it called? The PGA, excuse me a second. The PGA Championship in I think it was 1997 at Baltusrol, right? And two guys were doing this. They weren't even doing their finish. They would set up to the ball like this, and they would just make their swing. They go like this. They go, and they wouldn't even finish it. They were just staying there in their posture. And watch what I just did here a second, just so you know what I'm talking about here. And so you'll see here in a moment when I did this shot. And so see how I hit the ball, go through the ball. Look at my foot. Where's my foot? Basically staying pretty much down, right? Through the shot, right? And then look, I never even went to my finish. I call this staying just in my posture, basically, right? And so that's better to do than come up early because obviously you're hitting it, right? Now, sometimes when players are struggling with this, I'll have them then do what's called a late finish. And so you may want to go to the driving range and try this where you go, okay, I'm gonna do, you can almost do it like this. You could go like 3 balls. If you're into this, I kind of like doing it this way. You go 3 golf balls, and then you go and you first do the no finish, just the swing arc, right? Then you do the late finish where you go like this, ready? And see how it was like clearly after the fact, right? And then I'll do the last one in a second. But look, if you look at this one, you'll see here that I stayed in my posture. It's called too long. And then I did what's called a late finish, right? And so you'll see here I go up, come down, strike the ball, right? Through the shot, right? And then look, and then watch this. Now I finished, right? And so it's late, right? Now the ideal situation is neither. It's actually where you the force of the club basically takes you with it. So it's more like I'm doing this, the club and the ball go, and then I go with it. You see what I'm saying? So it's not like I'm trying not to finish. It's also not like I'm trying to finish. Do you get what I'm saying? It's like the swing dictates when my finish happens because as the force of the club goes in that direction, what's happening is it's doing what? It's technically pulling on me because I'm extending where? Down that line. You see what I'm saying? So when I do a normal shot, I'm not actually trying to finish. I get there when my finish brings me there, right? Now, this one I could have supinated more, but you get the point. The point of this is I'm not trying to go to my finish, but I'm also not trying not to finish. If you get what I'm saying here, I'm basically letting the club motion kind of decide when I'm going to finish. So I take it back, I go up like this, right? And then look, you can see how there's that reverse K thing that I was doing, right? Like I was telling you about. But see, I'm not thinking that, right? And see how my foot's a little bit off, but it's not like yours was when you started, where it was like way off, right? And then look, I hit it, and then it goes by, and then I know, okay, good, it's time to go. And so see how it's kind of like I do the motion, and then the club brings me with it, okay? And so this is more ideal. This would be a better timing of the finish. Now, here's the funny thing. If you're finishing too early, you might as well do a bunch of shots where you don't finish at all, right? There's players like one of the best ever, this guy, his name is Kenny Perry. He won the PGA Championship, this guy, Kenny Perry. He finishes way late. Watch his footwork. Watch this. This guy, he's won major tournaments like this. Watch his foot. Look, it's still down, still there, still there. Whoa, super late finish, huh? Right? You want to be like these guys right now. You want to be like the guys that are doing the late finish, because when I came in to see today, your finish is technically too early, but that's better than none at all, because last week, as you know, you were hanging back too much. So we're getting closer, as you can see. But the point of this is that you want this later feeling of the finish currently, but then you want to blend it into what would be a more like the club pulling you to the finish idea. Does it make sense?